And we're live. Hey, good evening, everybody. This is a beautiful night for Sargent's time. It's nice and sunny outside. I don't even have to use exterior light. Seems like very brightly lit tonight. So we're gonna get started. Real fast one tonight. Got lots of stuff to do. Yeah, I'm kind of messed up here. I kind of messed up. I have there it is. Oh, now we can get started. I'm sorry. We got to get Will in there in place. Will's got to get in the camera so that way Will can show me which way where the chat is. There we go. So we're just kind of get set up here. Then after I can get set up in just a few seconds, we'll get on to the safety brief, and then we'll kind of go from there. Oh yes, now I need to do the opposite because this helps me. Okay, there, because the chat is on this side. Haha! I'm almost set up. Almost. I'm gonna mess with this all night here. No, this way. I think it's this way. Yeah, I'm gonna mess with this all night. Ah, there we go. I get not. I won't touch it. All right, so here we go. We're live. Will's ready to go. I'm ready to go. So let's go. We're gonna do our safety brief. Once again, I'm Theygone on. You can always find me on Twitter. Theygone238. And always find me on Twitter there, or you can find me on my channel here every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 o'clock Eastern, and wherever else you're around the world. And of course, you can always watch the replay and making sure you're making comments on that side over there, and then of course you're making comments down below. So, and then go ahead and make sure you're. Oh, it's opposite. It's this way. Make sure you're making comments that way, and then you're making comments down below. Darn it! Is it? No, I'm wrong. No, it's all messed up. Anyway, we'll just get past that. Once again, I'm Theygone. You can find me on Twitter, Theygone238, and on here on the YouTubes. You can always shout me out, DM me if you want to. Always tag me in your Twitters. You can. I'll shout you out. I'll if I agree with your tweet, I'll like it, all that kind of stuff. So once again, we're gonna do some Sargent's time. Once this is kind of a safety brief from the hip. I used to give these all the time when I was in the military. I was a sergeant. I spent 4 years active army. I was a cook, and for first special forces group, I was just a cook, but I was in the unit. I was airborne, and then after I got out, finished my degree, and became a sergeant, National Guard, did medical paperwork. So here's my Friday night, my Thursday night safety briefing because you don't want to do on Friday. So here we go. So once again, what if you I mean get back to it so I can. It's easier to do if I'm doing it live. Anyway, so like I said, if you're going swimming, make sure you're swimming with a buddy. If it's raining outside, make sure you don't stand on a tree or get hit by lightning. And if you're going to go out and have a good time, make sure you have a designated driver, and that driver's not drinking anything, smoking anything, or eating anything that would cause them to be distracted. All they need to be doing is driving, because you need someone to drive you guys around, and then tell funny stories when you get back. So that's always a good thing to happen. So, and then if you are going out there and if things get too crazy, make sure you're calling out for help. The telephone call is cheaper than cuffs, like I always say, and that's all the way from your section chart, from your fire team leaders and your squad leaders, all the way to your platoon leaders and your second sergeants, and all on upwards. Do you have to call the CDQ desk? Make sure you're getting those guys something to eat. If you're out and about, make sure you're getting somewhere you don't know. Make sure you're keeping money in your sock or your boots, so that way you can get back. And like I said, always come back to us. Be a light out there for people. We need you back. It's always important, even for everybody out there. This is not for military people. For everybody, we're all important out there. We're all, you're a hero to somebody. You might not know it yet, but you're a hero to somebody. So, all right. Well, that's the safety briefing. And then after that, we're going to go into Sergeant's time. I'm going to talk some quick subjects real quick here, and then from there, we'll go into me just kind of sharing. I have some kind of topics about GI Joe. It's going to be all positive, as you can tell. I'm in my yellow shirt today, and so I'm being positive, and so that's kind of how we're kind of the theme today. The themes tonight's theme is being positive and not always have to be sad and morose. So I'm gonna get a drink of water real quick, and then we'll kind of carry on from there. Once again, if you're in the chat or anything like that, make sure you be active. Let me know what your ideas and what your thoughts are. That's what it's all about. Once again, if you see me on Twitter, talk to me. I'm always willing to talk to anybody. So yeah, but once again, water break, and water is important for you. Drink water, drive on, right? So here we go. Okay. So today's Surgeon Time is about having a positive attitude. It's funny. I remember lots of times in the military, you get stuck on like a lot of hard details and stuff. Not because you're in trouble, but because you volunteer for them and stuff like that. Because things need to get done. And I was always one of those kind of people who think who I was always those kind of people who always thought, yeah, I'm going to volunteer for this because these are missions that need to get done, and then and also it showed people that I cared, and so and when you're out there and yeah, it sucks. You can be on some crappy details. I remember being stuck and we were having to do an inspection of our equipment and having to clean all the equipment and have them do it. And the whole time, I was thinking to myself, man, this is horrible. This is not fun at all, but then you look back at it, and if you took that time and you twisted it on its head and you made it fun, it wouldn't turn out so bad. And you can look back at it and you laugh at it. And I want to take that message and you can move it on to life. I think we get so morose and we're spoon fed this sadness and this depression, and it's all around us all the time. You be bombarded by either social medias, or you're bombarded by really what's going on in the world, or the news, or whatever your life has you. But it's just like, I've decided in my life, and I've done, yeah, as you can tell with a lot of my musings lately on Twitter, my poems that I've been writing. I've been going through a lot of things, and then that's, I see it stuff, and that's okay because we all go through a lot of things, and that's okay that we do. And I see it that I need to choose to be happier. So like today, like once again, I wore a yellow shirt today because I was like, when I think I've told you guys this before, but when I was a child, yellow used to be my favorite color. I used to love yellow, like yellow everything. But as I grew up, I don't know if I got jaded or worse or whatever. Yellow became out of favor. I started wearing more darker things as we do, as like, not to kind goth, but more just kind of more business like. And then I was walking my dog the other day, and I was thinking to myself, everything was dark and drab as it's been because it's winter time. And I was just like, well, what would happen if everything was just colored differently? And then I thought to myself, I'm like, well, I used to really like yellow, and what was the reason for that? Because yellow's a cheerful color. It's mellow. You can't. I mean, sure, it's a warning, but it's warm. And so I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to start wearing yellow a bit more, and start listening to happier songs. I listened to Paul Simon the other day, and it was fun. And it's just like, you don't have to listen to sadness. So that's just, guys. That's kind of my soapbox, my Sergeant's time, mental health stuff. Just kind of look at them bright. I know it's cliche, but there's sometimes cliche things are right. Sometimes it's better to look on the bright side of things and not be so morose about things and melancholy. So that's kind of my message today. So I see awesome Gary joined me in the chat tonight. That's awesome. Thank you for joining me, Gary. Thank you for allowing me to kind of finish my Sergeant's time. So this would kind of like Gary has to say. Oh, Gary, you do too have original thoughts, Gary. Come on, I don't believe you. I don't believe that, Gary. Gary. I think you need a hug, buddy. Well, do you think Gary needs a hug? Oh, I think he does, Justin. I think Gary's kind of sad. Oh, why is that? Why do you think he's kind of sad? I don't know. I think he built all those cool stuff last week. Yeah, I saw that. Did you see him? He built that. Believe it was like a table for his a lot of his toys lately, and he just finished his tiger devilfish too. Oh, that's awesome. He should be happy then. That's a lot of original thought there. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, well, that's enough picking on Gary. So let's see what else Gary has to say. They are. It's funny you say that airtight and scoop and Lightfoot. They are yellow colors. I haven't. I know I haven't. It's funny. I haven't really picked up those. It's like I said. I'm rediscovering yellow. If you look at the title of this kind of stream, it's kind of it's Operation Mellow Yellow. I'm trying to get back into it. I'm trying to find. I used to be a real mellow person. I used to be real. I didn't let things get to me. Didn't let things bother me. And I need to get back to that. And I think I've missed that. And there's a lot of things in my life that I can do to get back there. So, well, thank you, Gary. Thanks for laughing with me. But do you have any other questions? Anybody else in the chat? And then before I go on to some GI Joe talk, I got. So once again, I did my safety brief, and then I did some little bit Sergeant's times about looking brighter side of life. Like I said, that's the kind of theme, like yellow. That's why I'm yellow today. And then we talked to Gary a little bit, and then we're gonna go into So my thoughts on GI Joe lately and what I think as a community we should do. This is a really touchstone off of you caught Cujo on the last GI Joe bird. This is kind of I'm branching off of what he says. Obviously, me and Cujo have different ideas about things, as everybody should, But I'm going to take it to a different place. So once again, I'm going to take a drink of water. Gary, you get ready for it. You ready for it, Gary? Like I said, I'm going to burn this place down. Yep, I'm burning it down, Gary, and you'll see how. Like I said, it's sunshine happiness. So here we go. So there's been a lot of complaining about Hasbro and distribution and being able to actually get figures. I think we all have this problem. I've voiced this problem many times. It's like beating a dead horse, and and some of the design choices of Hasbro. Not, I mean, they've gone back to more of a classic, but even before they went back to the classic, the design and their choice of removing American Hero from the package. I know that kind of stuck with Cujo a little bit a long time ago, and it still stuck with me. And and it's like he harkens back to GI Joe, what GI Joe meant to him. And I asked a couple people what it meant to them, and one of them, I can't remember his name. He's from Utah, and it's Utah something. I'll give him a shout out later. I'm bad at this. I should write notes, but I don't. Anyway, he was hit to him. It's the memories of it. It's the simpler time. Like these are tangible toy things. You're getting excited about it and then nostalgic for it. And I get that, and I think there's a lot of that in the community, and there's nothing bad. I think that's how people get drawn into it. But I'm on the same vein as Cujo. Not like once again, I'm name dropping him, but this is just for sake of this conversation. But for me, I want it to be more me. It's more what the community is and what GI Joe can still represent. He was saying that GI Joe's got into like a middle age, but no, I see that too. But to me, I think differently. I think GI Joe needs a burning down. Like almost like a phoenix. It needs to be burned down to the ground to its ashes because right now I'm not talking about Toyline. Hasbro and whoever can do whatever they want with their toys. I don't care. If I like it, I'm buying it. If I don't like it, I'm not buying it. Simple as that. In a story, I can crow how much I like it about it, but you don't necessarily have to crow so much how much you don't like it. You can say, nah, I don't like it. You can say reasonably, you can say why you don't like it, but don't trash other people for liking it. What's the point of that? What's the point of telling someone, oh, you're stupid for liking this thing? If you like whatever you like and it doesn't hurt nobody and it's not degrading and all that kind of stuff, so be it. I don't care. But back to what I was saying about GI Joe's community and what GI Joe means to me. To me, GI Joe was always they gave you the potential to what you want to be. If you look at the GI Joe character line, it is that rainbow of diversity as it could have been in the 80s. Obviously, we've gone so diverse now. I don't even know what is diversity anymore. But I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just confusing. But like I said. But GI Joe's like it's empowerment. Like even simple knowing is half the battle. That's the idea. Well, you empower yourself by knowing, and the rest of you have to gut it out. But to me, that's what I like about it. I like being the mix between professional real stuff because that military and war is real stuff. People, you can't get any more human emotion than war, and then you mix that in with a cartoony stylized empowerment of idealized what people could be or what they could do. You mix those together, and that's a pretty good combination. And I want to go back to that. I want a GI Joe to be empowering. I want a little kid to go, hey, I want that figure because I could be like that figure, not because of the military necessarily, but because of what that person does. Because if you read even with the file cards, even when I was a child, I wasn't in them, but it tells that story of that person. It tells the trials and tribulations they got into. A really good example of his hit and run, and with his idea, he was an orphan and he was running away all the time. But I always thought he was called hit and run because he got hit by a drunk driver or something. I know other people thought of that too, but it's just those little personal touches that make G.I. Joe special that you can see yourself in. People say that everybody thought they were Snake Eyes, right? So you can embody yourself into Snake Eyes because of the mask, the faceless bubble. Excuse me. That faceless blah blah blah. But to me, this is why not really got upset at on what's on Joe Mike because they're great people. Catch them tomorrow, obviously, same time, same place, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. They're great people. But anyway, but they graded Grunt so low, and I understand that because he's not that big of a storyline. But to me, Grunt represents more GI Joe than even Snake Eyes does because Grunt's the green shirt, everyday man. The Grunt is the one who's in in the shit all the time and without the glory. That's who Grunt is to me. Grunt I can embody myself into rather than Snake Eyes, because Snake Eyes is a superhero, which is fine. That's superhero that can't be hurt, but more he's he's obviously highly more trained. Where Grunt, that's your infantry guy, that's your green shirt, he's your basic rifleman. He's good to go. That's a guy you're going to rely on in numbers. So that's what G.I. Joe means to me. That's why I think that Grunt is my icon rather than Snake Eyes, and that's kind of my G.I. Joe rant for the month. But I want this to be happy, though. I have no problem if you realize Snake Eyes is your icon, or he is the icon. But for me, it's Grunt. It's the everyday guy. It's the guy that only gets those few words, those few pages, because you can do whatever you want to him. I mean, look what I'm doing. I took a 2000s Dusty from my great friend Ben Viper, or Viper Ben, excuse me, I'm mixing that up. But I took that and I turned him into Spoon by just being able to change some color palettes around, because that's the way I saw him, because I didn't look like Dusty to me. So, but that's just that's my rant. So there we go. That's my G.I. Joe rant. If you guys got any other ideas for G.I., not really rants, but the kind of inner discussions of how you feel about the community rather than just the toys themselves, because you can get reviewer toys. I'm not a review channel. That's not what this is. So you can go get review toys everywhere else, but not here, buddy. But here we're getting Justin's going on ranting and rambling and having great people like Gary show up, or great people I talk to on Twitter. I love it. That's what I love about it. I love the community. I love talking to people. It doesn't matter if I agree with them or not. So that's my rant. We're going to take a drink of water about the 16 mark. Hey, that's only halfway there. And boy, I got a lot of stuff to share. I got a lot of reading to do, if that gives you a hint. And I also I've been teasing what's on Joe Mind about showing the beachheads I have. You saw him in a couple pictures lately, but I actually found them. So I'm gonna drink water, and then we'll carry on once again. Coming in the middle of this, we've already done our safety brief. We've already done our sergeant's time. We've done a little bit of GI Joe discussion, a little, little Gary back and forth. Hey, once again, this is a big shout out for Gary. He has the chaplain's assistants, right, Gary? Shout it out in the chat and make sure you post it. And post up if you want to link any of your stuff off of mine. Anybody out there, if you want to link any of the stuff on mine, I know I'm not a big person or nothing, but just community, baby. Let's go. But anyway, so yeah, so just shout yourself out. So like I said, I'm going to get my drink of water here, where we're going to go through a whole bunch of stuff that I got in, and then question and answers, and then we'll wrap this son of a gun up. So here we go. Like I said, real fast tonight. We're just going. I hopefully the intro is a lot better for you on the replay, because I try to hit it right on time. There's a little bit of lag there, but I'm still kind of chit chatting with you as I'm getting set up. So I'm trying to get better, always improve. That's the thing. Like I said, it's all about positivity. It's all about Operation Mellow Yellow and being positive and being ready to go. I mean, just because you're mellow does not mean you're not ready to go. You're not ready to go. I think there's one of the more military YouTubers, Angry Cops. He does like a mellow team guide. It's hilarious because I've met team guys that are all that California surfer dude, and he's just like, oh yeah, dude, it's hilarious. Yeah, if you might say one more things about me, yeah, I do blend a lot of G.I. Joe with my military stuff. Because it's fun. Because like I said, to me, that's what it. As a child, they were more play things and adventure things. But now as an adult, I embody. It's not G.I. Joe embodies like the good memories of the military for me. Those people I met, and I think once again, that has a lot to do with. I was just a cook in the Special Forces unit, and I was around real G.I. Joes. These are real G.I. Joes, people, and it was crazy. And I will always honor them and remember them for the rest of my life. And the guys that I served with, and obviously they're not here with me no more, but I will remember them and hold them in my heart, and that's okay. And that's okay for me to have a happy life and live a good life and be yellow and be okay with them passing. So that's it. I'm just getting on. I'm going on. I'm a big softie for being a combat vet. So anyway, like I said, I'm getting drink water. We'll go with the sharing, and then we'll wrap it up. So all right. So I got a lot of comics in. I got these comics in about a month ago now. It's been a while. So I'm just going to kind of share some of them. And if you guys, once again, you're in the chat, you shout out and you've seen really cool ones you like to see, let me know. Maybe I'll actually read them because I need to read. So this first one right here is a Captain American comic. You see it right here. Hopefully this is not too backwards. If it's backwards, what am I going to do? This is a Captain America one. You can see he's fighting this Jack Lantern guy. I thought it was really cool for Halloween, so that's why I picked it up. I'm not a really big avid reader, but I enjoy covers, and a lot of my GI Joes I used to set up and do the setups with the covers and try to mimic the cover or just have it as a backdrop to it. So there's that Captain America. And these are too fast, too slow. Gary, let me know. Can you see it okay? That'd be great if I get some reaction. So this next one here is another Captain America. This is an older one with Falcon. You know, that was really cool. I don't mind Falcon, the character of Falcon turning into Captain America, but it's just a part of me is like, well, he was his own. Why does he have to be Captain America? He's Falcon. Falcon's cool. I thought maybe like War Machine should have became Captain America, but like once again, I don't know much about Captain America. I just know him from the movies, so because I don't read. But yeah, here we go. Oh, we're good. It's good. Good. Here's another arrow. There's a great friend of mine, ACDC. He shows up on G.I. Joe Berg and on Twitter. He's a really great guy. Green Arrow. I bought a Green Arrow from him and some other cheap G.I. Joes for like $1 on eBay. I felt so bad because it's like $1, but what you're gonna do is you put it on bid. But anyway, I've talked to him. He's a great guy. He has a great son. He's a great father. So, but I got this for not for him, but because of him. So, yeah, reading is fundamental, Gary. It's true. Reading, writing, arithmetic. Anyway, 3R like a pirate. But no, reading is important. You're right. But anyway, here's my Green Arrow. I thought I got this because I love the cover. But I thought that was badass. It's gonna be, and it looks like he's in Seattle too. And of course, I'm from the Northwest area, so that was kind of a little kicker too. And like I say, you see it really well. I have to read the story. I'm not sure what Green Arrow is really about. If I had to guess, it'd be kind of like a crime fighting Robin Hood, maybe. Someone help me out here, maybe. I don't know. I'll find out by reading it. I got a whole bunch of G.I. Joes, a lot of special missions in, but I'll show you. Let me just make sure I don't got any other non-G.I. Joes ones in here. Yeah, I got a lot of G.I. Like I said, I picked these up when I went out one day, bebopping around in Corvallis at Matt's Cavalcade in Comics in Corvallis, Oregon. I keep on trying to get McDowell to go with me, but he's a busy guy. No, I mean in that all sincerity. He's a great guy. You guys should check out his channel too. So I got a Punisher comic. It's really cool. I thought this didn't really read Punisher, but the idea of Punisher was always cool to me. And this is the one I picked up. So can you see? Oh, yeah, I think it's kind of funny. I have to poke my head around to make sure it's coming up okay. So this is the Punisher comic I got. There's a lot of consternation right now because they changed his symbol because they're mad because I guess right-wing people use it. But what are you gonna do? That's like the OK symbol or some BS. You can't say, "Oh, this got changed, so you can't use it no more." That's BS. That's people just looking for controversy, and I understand that stuff is out there, but it's stupid. If you give it air, what are you going to do about it? I should acknowledge and call it stupid what it is. Anyhow, that's enough of that. Like I said, I guess I'll watch G.I. Joe's, and here's the first special missions I got in. Of course, it has Lifeline on the front. That's why I got it because that was really cool. And it looks like the Russian, what are they called? The Russian Red Star Brigade, or the Russian ones. Looks like they're hunting for them. That's pretty cool one. I wonder if this will probably be a pretty good one. So I might start with that one. I always like Lifeline. I don't think the cartoon did him justice with the whole non-violence because it made him sound more of a weakling. I think they should have portrayed him more of the Heartbreak Ridge movie. I haven't seen it, but he's supposed to be like a non October Guard. Thank you, Gary. Thank you. October Guard. Yeah, see. I'll even put it back on the screen. That's that October Guard down in the bottom there. I think I believe so. But what was I saying? Anyway, so. But then I'll just show all the special missions first. I should have organized these better, but that's what you get for not planning anything out. I'm sort of planning out, and then I got a newer one too that I ordered. I don't know how new it is, but it's newer to me. Here's another. I wanted to get into the Chuckles a lot. G.I. Joe Berg did a great reading of a couple Chuckles comics that I highly suggest. And they've done storylines or people have done play motion with Chuckles, and it's like changed the character for me. And so I was like, oh, just because of them, I'm super into it. So like I said, once a big old shout out to G.I. Joe Berg and all the guys that are part of those guys. So and once again, so here's the first one I got. Little special missions Chuckle there. I thought it was pretty cool. And then I got another one. This one's iconic looking. I mean, you got Lady J on there, and they're flying these the glider kind of things, and there's a Cobra base right there. That's pretty badass. I mean, how can you not pick up this comic? That's what I got. I mean, and I got it for like $2. I mean, that's pretty good. That's almost just as much as the original price, or cheaper. Oh, actually, it's more, but it was $1 back then. And then I got this one too. This is a really cool one. Like I said, I haven't read any of these, and like I said, once again, if oh, okay, hey, catch you later, Gary. Thank you very much for showing up. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I always love shouting you out. Always shout me out. I got a thing going with you. I always antagonize you, but I love you. Hey, Cujo's in the house. Hey, Cujo, you missed most. We're about halfway done. Actually, I'm about 5 minutes left, but I'll go a little bit longer for you, brother. But I did my Sargent's time. I did my Safe Breeze Sargent's time. A little ranting and raving about G.I. Joe, but it's all positive, brother. It's Operation Mellow Yellow, brother. And then and now I'm sharing the rest of my comics. I shouting you out too, because I don't know if you were part of the G.I. Joe Berg Chuckles extravaganza they did, but that's why I got all these kind of special mission Chuckles ones that I'm going through. But yeah, here's another one I got. This is a more of an I think this is excuse me, I can't talk. This is obviously a newer one, so we'll see how this one goes too. This is another. I just, like I said, I went into a Chuckles buying phase. And I got this. Where did I get this at? I ordered this online on eBay, I think, because I mean, look at that cover. That's pretty. So and then I got some older ones, of course, and then here's I got this is part of the Cobra Civil War series. Once again, this is dark comics. I need to read them. You see that okay there. There's a little Destro, and his Iron Grenader outfit, and then all his ships and stuff in the back. It's really cool. And then this one, no, I'll share that one last because I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But this is another really cool one. This is a G.I. Joe. This one, because of all the Alley Vipers are coming out lately. The 6-inch one that I pre-ordered on Target, and then I'm not gonna get not Target, but GameStop, and got canceled on me. That's I'll talk a little bit about my ideas about Community in a second, so Cujo can hear it live. But he'll hopefully, like I said, once he hits the replay, it's pretty nice stuff. I'm pretty positive. But sorry, I was taking a tag. I was trying to see it better. But here's you got Roblox and Tunnel Rat. Breaking into, throwing a grenade at some Alley Vipers. I thought that was really cool. I thought I don't know if anybody can find it or whatever. I saw someone do a picture of it. I don't know if it was Titus or who it was, but someone did a picture. They mocked this up a little bit. It was really cool looking. So I saw that. I saw this actually before I saw that, but this was really cool. And then of course here's one of the other newer ones I got. I picked up another G.I. Joe, a little newer one there. I'm not sure which line this is, but I thought it was really cool. So I figure I'll give it a read. Cujo, do you know this line or any of this line at all? No, maybe so. If not, it's all right. It's cool. And I said the last one. I actually already have this one because I forgot that I have it on my Dreadnought display. And I'm looking at it right now. And so now I have 2 of them. But it's a really cool cover. It's a really good one. So if there's anybody out there who wants to do some trading or whatever, or you got something that you might want, I'll throw this in or whatever. Like I said, don't give me nothing. I'm not asking you guys for anything. I'll never ask you guys for anything. Take advantage of nobody. This is not what this is about. This channel's about. This channel's about just me just talking and having fun. So, but if anybody needs this one, I do have an extra one. I picked it up real cheap. Just let me know. It's a really cool one. Because the Dreadnoughts I think they're going to go in style here pretty soon because they're coming out in the new ones, right, Cujo? You guys did a show about it. I don't pay attention to the new ones, and I'll get to that in a minute why I don't anymore because I'm wanting to be happy. It's Operation Mellow Yell, buddy. So here we go. So that's pretty much all the comics. I got a lot of reading to do, obviously. One last thing I got. This is what you got. If you saw this, I got this mail drop the other day. This might be hard to show up on camera here. Yeah, that's okay. I got this the other day. This kind of commemorates when I was in Afghanistan, and that's why it's kind of important to me. So I got it finally. I've been eyeing it on eBay forever. It's not that expensive. It's just one of those things like I want to pick it up, and oh no, there's other things I want to pick up. But I finally got it, and I was proud to get it. So there's that. That's pretty much. Oh, one more last thing for what's on Joe Mind. I'll shout them out, Mr. Mike. He collects beachheads. So here is my example of a beautiful beachhead. So you can see him here. Beautiful. Beachhead is a great character. You can even see. Can you see this? Okay. You can even see his Ranger patch there. Pretty good. Yeah, Operation Mellow Yellow, buddy. It's on. I'm happy, and I'm gonna let everything go and just be all right. I'm deciding to look at the sunsets and the sunrises and be good and keep that feeling all day. That's why I'm wearing yellow, buddy. I want to burn it down with happiness. I want to burn it down so it rises like a phoenix, buddy. Anyway, so but here's Beachhead. I'm Mike on What's on Joe Mind collects these. I haven't fully kitted out. This is one of the first more expensive ones that I bought way back when. Of course, back then I got it for like $30. I think now you're talking a lot more, which is disgusting. But anyway, I got him, and then of course when this so hopefully my volume is not back, so I'm leaning it down. But when I got this, I like Beachhead. Like I said, I got the original figure. I like Beachhead, but to be honest with you, everybody, like if you guys have an open Beachhead and you don't want the red beret. The red beret there. If you guys don't want that red beret, you can send it my way. I'll take all the red berets that you can get. I love it. I love that they did this. At first, it kind of looked goofy to me, but just the idea of it, I love it. I know Hasbro's has a lot of misses and hits and stuff like that, but them including this red beret and getting some more airborne stuff in there, I love it. And I swear to God, if they ever do any kind of airborne guy, ripcord, freefall, and freefall aren't gonna do, but any kind of those kind of around those roads, or even a Cobra one, that will probably be the only thing I would ever army build. So anything paratrooper I'm getting. So yeah, that's how that goes. That pretty much does is the sharing and stuff. Cujo, but I'm talking about community. I was building off of what you were saying the other day about G.I. Joe going through it in middle age, kind of a midlife crisis. But to me, I'm taking the other view on it. I want it. Instead of a midlife crisis and becoming something new and different, and I get that, but I want to go back to the roots because even something though it's new and different, I think this is what's failing with all the reboots. They don't have the heart and the message of the original story. There isn't nothing there. You can't. They're taking copies of something. After a while, it gets grainy and you lose the image. So what I'm talking about, I want to go back to square one, go back to ABCs, and go back to Crayola world. I want to go back to G.I. Joe, where G.I. Joe was about empowerment. It was diversity, not for diversity's sake, but because that's what those people were. Everybody had a different job and a different role to do, and they brought something to the table. If they were a lady, they brought something to the table. If they were a minority in whatever country you're in, they brought it. They brought something to the table. They brought something more than just their skin color or whatever they were. They were people, and that's what I want to go back to. I want to go back to that. Knowledge is power, because knowing is half the battle. That's what we need to do. We need to know, and the only way we're going to do that is by building a community, being with each other, and going back to the idea of empowering each other, being happy for each other. You cannot like something, but say why you don't like it, but that doesn't mean the other person can't like it. It's these simple concepts that we need to go back to. That's all. My frustrations with Hasbro and the distribution, all those things, and to see some of the design choices for some of the characters. That's fine. I don't care. I don't have to buy that stuff. Hasbro doesn't own me. I own Hasbro in the fact that I buy from Hasbro. It's my choice to buy from them. So therefore, in that theory, to me, G.I. Joe is mine. I own it. You own it. Hasbro might be able to license and sell it, but at the end of the day, G.I. Joe is what we make of it. They can market it in and they want to, but if I decide G.I. Joe is this way, it's going to be this way, and that's how I'm taking it back. To me, that is what my community G.I. Joe is going to be. It's people empowered, doing what they want to do, and just appreciating and growing and supporting everybody else with them. Like I said, I've always been on the mind of there's so many great creators out there. I wish you guys would come together and have one central hub that you can just go to, and bam, you can see Hooded Cobra Commander you know what I'm saying? You can see him there. You can see what's on Joe Mind right there. You can go to that one place. You can see Cujo there, and you just have a list. And then people promote each other, and you build off each other. Like, oh, I'm reviewing this guy. Oh, that we can do a funny skit that goes into this one if you're a review guy, or people can come together who are talking about guys, the comic book guys, the artists, everybody have that little hub. That's what G.I. Joe needs. I mean, if they want to grow community and they don't want to they want to keep kids out of it because that's what they're doing with the prices, that's how you do it. I think the GI Joe Club is trying to do that. I think they need. I need to learn more about them. I watched What's on Joe Mind a couple weeks ago for them, but we need something like that. And I think if no one's going to provide it, I'm going to do my damnedest to provide it. And my way of doing that is going to be being an ad guy, telling silly, funny jokes, getting people to laugh, and just enjoying life. Mellow yellow, baby, and not worrying about whatever, like if I ever partnered with anybody to do any kind of project or something, I don't want profits. I don't care. My thing is about being a good person and just enjoying it, just enjoying life. I'm still alive. That's a beautiful thing. You're still alive. You're still here. You can be, like I always be telling people, you're a hero too. You're either a hero to yourself or you're going to be a hero for somebody else and you just don't know it yet. So that's that's kind of my rant for tonight. We are at we're at 35 minutes. So I'm going over. Any last questions from the chat or anything before I wrap it up and say goodnight? Anybody? Going. Once again, if you are in the chat, you shoot me out some last minute questions, or you're watching the replay, go ahead and shout me out below. Hook me up. You can always find me on Theygone238 on the Twitters or on the YouTubes. Share out my videos. I'm going to share out your stuff. You want to tag me on Twitter? You want me to get hypedy on whatever you got going on? I will. You just got to let me know about it. I'm a simple guy. I can't keep a track of over 600 people. Not that I'm big or I'll ever be big. That's still a lot of people for me to care about because I care about people. When you show me something, I dig it. I do dig it, and I tell you what I like, and that's what we need. So that's who I am. Like I said, that pretty much does it. It looks like we got no questions in the chat, so we'll wrap it up as always. You stay safe out there if you can. At least keep careful. We need you back. You're important to somebody, so come back to me. Not just to me, but yourselves and your family and everybody. You're important. I'm important. We're all important. So, like I said, Operation Meliel is a full go. I'm ready just to turn this thing around and look on the bright side of life. I know that's cliche, but there's nothing wrong with cliche if it's right. So, like I said, come back next time. Come back to whoever you need to come back to, and once again, as always, stay safe. If you can't, keep careful, and see you on that timeline. All right. Good night. Oh, there we go. Good night. Oh, I can't end it. There we go. Yes. End stream now.